This setup here is the closest we're gonna get to a rooftop view. Sorry, Kelly Samson, Elia Zaida. Anyways, welcome to my channel. If you're here, it's probably because you clicked on this video because you want to grow your YouTube channel in 2022 or 2022. Who knows how to say it? I don't know, but 2022 is a lot of twos, so I might be calling it 2022. Anyways, I'm gonna share with you some things that I have learned over the years being on YouTube. I've almost been on YouTube for 7 years, and while I don't have a massive following, I have learned a few things about what to do on YouTube to start growing your channel. Number one is understanding your YouTube analytics. If you learn how to understand what the analytics mean instead of saying, oh cool, it has an arrow going up, then you can start understanding what works. For instance, the ranking of the videos 1 to 10 shows your most recent videos of what's been working on your YouTube channel lately. And if you can start to understand which videos are doing best when you first upload them, then you can work on uploading videos that keep giving you that same kind of progress. Number two is understanding the YouTube algorithm. YouTube is kind of screwed up. It doesn't really give everybody a fair chance. And there's a reason why at the beginning and end of every single video there's a call to action to get people to like, subscribe, comment your videos. Back in the day it was ratings on YouTube. That's because the more that people are interacting, watching your video, liking it, commenting, the more activity that's going on in the video, the more that YouTube is going to push out your content. That's something that I look a lot on my YouTube analytics, which videos are getting pushed out. And then I think about the next kind of videos that I want to make. Then I can keep getting YouTube to push out my own content. Audience retention is also a big thing. Alia talked about this last year in her How to Grow a YouTube channel 22 blah, blah. In her How to Grow on YouTube 2021. She uploaded a video that had a ton of likes about cutting her hair, but she found out that once people watched her cut her hair, they stopped watching the video, and that's not good. You want to make something that people will want to continue watching. The bitter truth is, you've already decided to click out of this video, or if you're still watching, you decided in the first 7 to 15 seconds if you were going to keep watching this video of mine. That is mind-blowing. It unfortunately shows our generation and how YouTube is a little bit harder than it was in 2009 because kids our age, Gen Z, are using TikTok, Instagram, and all of that is such immediate gratification. To really make it on YouTube, you have to make yourself interesting right off the bat or else you're just not gonna have a chance. So the next thing that a lot of people will say on YouTube is really important, which I believe that I have and I keep trying to really utilize, is you want to have a really fun, appealing, catchy, they'll say, personality, and you want to learn how to edit. Over the past couple years, I've really taught myself how to edit with what I have. I don't think you need to go out and buy a super expensive camera or drop a bunch of money on that editing software. Just use what's available to you really, but learn how to use it to the best of your abilities. For instance, I have a Canon G7X. It's a pretty good camera. It's done me really well. I don't have Final Cut Pro X. I use iMovie to edit everything. And I've just taught myself how to do the things in iMovie that I can't do without Logic Pro. It's more time consuming, but there's a lot that you can still do with what you have available to you. I personally think if we were to start YouTube all over from scratch, the people who are super famous on YouTube, some of those beauty gurus who got really lucky right off the bat, and we were all competing from scratch, those beauty gurus would just not make it on YouTube today. Unfortunately, a lot of it really is luck, but the golden ticket to really make it on YouTube is to both have a really attractive personality, make yourself want to be viewed. Don't fake who you are. You want to be who you are, but you really want to make yourself vivacious and lively, make people want to keep talking to you, because if you're just like, yeah, to grow on YouTube, you like have to do this, but like don't do this. If you talk like that, in my opinion, someone's probably not going to want to keep watching you. But if you combine good editing with your personality, just be yourself, you'll be good to go. So in today's world, like I talked about before, people have ridiculously short attention spans, which is why I've learned in videos it's super important to learn at least a little bit of videography skills so then you can keep the video really, really interesting. For instance, in a recent video of mine when I was sitting in a cafe, it was a what I spend in a week video as a 23-year-old living in Paris. In that video, I took a bunch of different angles as I was having that coffee. Why? Because I made it much more interesting for me to film the chocolate show in my journal in all these different angles, so then someone had a 360 view as if they were actually there. All those really quick edit changes, changes in music, changes in scenery, different kind of pans, and all this kind of stuff makes the video more watchable and makes people more enticed to keep watching. Like I said, people are subliminally judging you for like 2% of your video right off the bat. So be vivacious, be catchy, and get people to want to stay watching. You can't gain subscribers subscribers and you can't gain a following if people aren't interested in following throughout the entire piece of content. So when it comes to content, of course, we all want to make really colloquial Q&As and blogs and vlogs, what I eat in a day videos. But I've learned the bitter truth is people don't care about this content until you have a following. I can't sit and make a Q&A video about my life because nobody cares. That's why I try and make some videos that are quote unquote searchable, topics that people will want to click on, and then you want to show yourself in those exact videos. So in my what I spend in a week, that's something I think someone would want to click on, just like an apartment tour, just like filming locations in Emily in Paris season 2. This is a general consensus. Everybody wants to see this kind of stuff, but then they meet me. And then once they meet me, they may be more interested in the personal videos that I want to make and share with the world. Also for me, since I live in Paris, that's also a very general topic. So often I make videos about living in Paris, about living in France as an American, and then some people have found me through some of those videos. Some of those videos have had really interesting titles with asterisk signs, alternating caps, like my moving to Paris video, what it's like living as an American in Paris video. Those are all really important. You want to have a general kind of topic that someone's going to want to click on, so then they want to keep watching you specifically. Because someone could find me from watching a Purple Palace video or a Dame and Dominique video, and that's the goal. Because that's a similar audience, right? People who are interested in content of what it's like to live in Paris as an American. Thumbnails. Let's talk about thumbnails. The bitter truth with thumbnails is that they are everything. And I have learned a lot of what works and what doesn't work with thumbnails over the past few years on YouTube. So many human beings are so visual, and unfortunately books are judged by their covers. I've learned over the years what makes a really good thumbnail, and if I could go back in time, something I've learned is less is more. Yes, the trend is now the quadrants of photos and then like a really blank white text. I personally don't like those. I don't agree with them. You can decide to follow the trend, but as much as I always want to shove a ton of my beautiful Paris pictures in there, it becomes too busy. And I've learned the less that's on my thumbnail, the better. You want a really big text that's outlined and that someone can see. Center it. Make sure you don't put anything where the time frame would be and then it gets blocked out. Big text, good, crisp, clear pictures, less is more. I know it's enticing to want to decorate it with a bunch of stuff. Try to control yourself because less is more when it comes to a thumbnail. I mean, think about it also when someone's on their phone, which I personally don't watch YouTube on my phone at all unless I'm traveling, but if the text is really, really small on a phone, no one's gonna click on it. So you wanna make sure that the text is really legible, really crisp, so then someone wants to click on your video. You don't have to be an amazing photographer to have a good thumbnail. Really, the big part of the thumbnail, like I said, is the text and just making sure that you arrange things so that nothing gets blocked out and that when it actually comes into the final product, nothing important like the text is blocked out where the time frame for the video would be. Some people use Adobe Premiere and all this kind of stuff. Like I said, I have no money. I'm 23 and I live in Paris on a budget. I personally use Canva. I love Canva. I think it's an amazing program. It has so many free resources that you don't have to pay for the pro one. Those programs are great and will help you have a great thumbnail for your video. Music. Music is super important in a video. This video is not going to be musicless because if it's just me talking in the background, you're probably going to be a little bit bored even though I'm pretty, eccentric. It doesn't matter. A lot of people on YouTube use Epidemic Sound. I personally am a broke, so I can't afford to be spending $10 and $15 a month or whatever it is on Epidemic Sound. What I do, and what's her name from Best Dress? I'm blanking on Ashley from Best Dress shared the smartest thing to do. What I do is I just YouTube copyright-free music, I download it, and then I make a little tester video and I pretend to upload it to YouTube to check if it really is copyright-free, because a lot of stuff is on YouTube and it says it's copyright-free and then it's not really copyright-free. So that's what I do, and I found some really amazing little tunes to use in YouTube videos, and that makes a huge difference in your video. You really, finding the right type of background music can completely change the scenery of your YouTube video. So I really recommend taking aside some time, like put aside an hour or two and just look for some different random background music for whether it's for vlogs or what I eat in a day videos. Find the right music for your video, and that's going to make your video so much better, and it will help you to retain your audience as they're watching that video. This is a big one that I feel like no one really talks about because a lot of famous YouTubers don't do this because they have the privilege of not needing to do this, but uploading consistently is huge. These past couple weeks, in the summer, any periods of my life where I've been free to upload 3 times a week, I have always seen growth to my channel, and that's because I'm pushing more content out for the YouTube algorithm to want to recommend me to other people. Because every time time I'm uploading more stuff, it's just more stuff that's being pushed out. So if you have the time and you really want to grow your channel, make more videos. People say like just upload once a week. If you really want to grow on YouTube, it means you have a lot of ideas and you want to share a lot of stuff. So make as many videos as your heart desires. I don't stick to an upload schedule. I just upload when I have the ability and the time to do so and whatever idea comes to my mind. Upload as much as you can. So you know those people that comment, hey, any small YouTubers want to support each other? Don't be that person. It's annoying, sub for sub. It's not actually going to help you grow your YouTube channel. What is important is if you're uploading videos on YouTube, chances are you thoroughly enjoy watching YouTube in your free time. I'm one of those people. I get in bed and instead of putting on Netflix, I'm watching 3 hours worth of any kind of YouTube video that I can find. So what I do is I just make sure I comment genuine comments on videos that I love, and then maybe someone goes through and they read my comment and then they're like, oh, who's this? And they click on my channel. That I think is a much more effective, organic way of really finding a community on your own channel. My last tip for you guys is one that a lot of people won't tell you, but I think is really imperative that you hear. It's really important that you be clear what your intentions with YouTube are. If you're starting a YouTube channel just because you want to make a lot of money or have the fame, that's not a really valid reason to do it. My dad told me something growing up that I carry with me now as an adult, and he always would tell me, do what you love and the money will follow. I genuinely love to make videos. Yes, editing is tedious, but I love the visual aspect with the film and the photography and the music and the storytelling and the writing. It's something that combines a plethora of passions in one for me. So I continue to do it because I genuinely love it. Whether it ever becomes what I would dream of it becoming doesn't matter, because that's not the important part. If you genuinely love it, it's worth doing no matter what the outcome becomes. So in review, you want a good crisp thumbnail. You want to upload as much as you want to. Be yourself. Don't go out and buy a bunch of expensive equipment. Make do with what you have, but also learn what works. Once you find what works, start sticking with it. For instance, some of those videos about me living in Paris that had interesting titles, asterisk signs, alternating caps. Tagging on YouTube is not super important, but you do want to utilize your SEO, which is your search engine optimization. So in your description box, if it's an apartment tour, mention the word apartment as many times as you can. This is the kind of thing that really helps you become searchable on YouTube. Well, that's all I have for you today. I hope this encourages you to start a YouTube channel or get back on track with your own YouTube channel. I hope you guys will want to follow me and my journey. If you liked this video, maybe check out one of my other ones. Like, subscribe for more content like this. Some more fun content as well. And I really hope to see you in another video super duper soon. Bye.